right? I'm playing a Call of Duty and I'm shooting, right? And you know how sometimes the barrel get hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
I think when this barrel started to get hot, the controller started to get hot.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
And
that'll be
the needler, when you shooting the needler.
Oh yeah, the Halo. Oh,
Yeah, man, come on, give it to me.
and you feel it explode. Oh yeah, I think that would be. I think that.
The controller started flashing purple and it'd be warm.
I think
man,
that'd be dope. I think building the experience like that will make you be like, damn, because you'd be like, you anticipating things like that to happen. Or I think we'll get there. Because if they're doing the heating and cooling, we'll get there. Because they have the force feedback. I remember when the trigger pulse came out, and that was like really cool when you're holding it too long and it pushes back. Even when you're playing something like Forza and you're burning out, it kind of like ripples back on you. I think controllers like that are really cool. But hands down, best controller, Super Nintendo, and the first PS1. Yeah.
Okay. My favorite was gonna be Xbox 360, but I mean, best controller.
I mean, of course, analog is there for the game, but as far as those handheld, like that first PlayStation, because you can put your finger around it. You know, I ain't trying to go too much detail, but yeah, that.
And to piggyback off what you said about the weights,
right?
Like the balancing. That's what I was saying about the motion. Because like I remember when I was young and you would see, especially like ladies, when you would see girls playing video games, they playing a race car game or they don't really know how to play games and they're driving into a lot of this. You always think that doesn't do anything. Like, you know, you should just hold the controller. I think that they should have controllers where you're driving the game and you give it to your auntie and on Thanksgiving, she can do this and it's going to steer the car because it works. Because they don't need to learn to use 47 buttons.
Yeah, because that's the force feedback and steering wheel. So if they're able to put that in controllers, I think that would be a different experience. And I think but do you think little things like that, whether it's a headset, whether it's a microphone, whether it's a controller, does that make you want to buy that system more? What if that was only exclusive to a PlayStation? Would you be like, PlayStation got this, so that's one of the reasons I'm going to buy it because they have that feature? Because I don't think the Kinect did anything for Xbox. Ain't nobody gonna run on by the Xbox. I'm gonna get the Kinect. Now don't get me wrong. The Wii, the first Wii, the Kinects, those things were phenomenal in like therapy center where people going through therapy, trying to go through recovery. Those things were heavily used in those. Yeah. Like even if you go into some hospitals and some places where you're going through physical therapy, you still see the Wii in there.
Yep. Oh yeah.
You still do.
100%. But the reason why the Kinect wasn't successful was because Microsoft marketed it.
Oh yeah,
terribly, and they marketed it 10 years early. Yeah, they were marketing it like the commercials and the presentation they had for the Kinect seemed like they were marketing to people who have 5G internet of today. Because if they came out with that today with the cloud gaming and always have to be on, nobody would care. The games are already always on. They're already, they're doing it now and nobody cares. But back then it was like, what?
Yeah, I think.
I don't know. No.
I kind of think the Kinect camera was used in a bunch of different other areas as far as, because at my job, they have this interactive wall and they use those cameras. And I don't know if the patent came out and then everybody started to branch off of it and use it for other different technologies or something like that. But for those who don't know how tariff work is, they charge for the import fees, and sometimes the company either take the hit on the tariff, or in some cases they make the consumer take the hit on the tariff. It can go either way. Whoever's going to take the extra hit. On our other podcast, I talked about if Grand Theft Auto was going to be $80 or $90. We already have the first game that breaks the fourth wall of the price, which is Mario Kart World on the new Nintendo Switch that launches in June. That game is $90 or $89.99 or $79.99. Long story with tax, you're going to be paying $100, somewhere around there. It's coming true. Mm-hmm. Are y'all ready to pay $100 for video game? Now, not every game, right? But not every game. But if Mario Kart is kicking it off, who you think is next? So we're going to be dropping $100 for video games. Because the tariffs, if the tariffs wasn't going to do it, it's definitely going to make it happen now.
I mean, it alludes back to when we talked about on the other pod about Grand Theft Auto. If I'll pay it for Grand Theft Auto, and then we'll pay it for Nintendo games. Nintendo games don't go down in price; they don't go on sale. Again, Nintendo is in their own lame. When Nintendo can do whatever Nintendo wants to do, and we're gonna pay.
I mean, but is Mario still worth that much money?
You said, is Mario still worth
that much money?
Yeah. Was Mario ever not worth that?
You're right. Mario been worth. Probably they can
Mario's
do
been
whatever
the gold standard for years, banger after banger.
Yeah,
banger.
And people stream it, and man,
they get tired of making bangers, so they be like, okay, let's just re-release the last 4.
Re-release the last 4 Mario games.
No one's gonna buy this. 50 million copies.
And I know they're gonna be creative with it because I know they gotta make sure it's a hard. I hope they add a hard mode because everybody love those super. What's the a-hole Mario?
What?
Them asshole Mario games. Oh, those are
fireballs everywhere.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Then again, like, what exactly are you getting with that? Is it an open world? Is it truly going to be like that? Are y'all going to give like a little bit of tea to some of the retro stuff, add some of the old 2D stuff in there when you do a stage? It's going to be worth it. It's going to be good.
I mean,
but how much is the new console going to cost? $450 and $500.
Yeah, I think
for a handheld?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a handheld. It's handheld and mobile. It's like the old thing where you can say you ain't seen the Switch 2? I saw it, but I didn't see all the details yet. Oh yeah, that's the same bigger screen. It got magnetic Joy-Cons that go on the side. Yeah, I saw that. I think they took a step back with the screen because it's not the OLED. If I'm got the data right, it's not the OLED, but it's supposed to be up to 4K. Okay. But the OLED screens tend to be better as far as visual and how the colors pop off of it. I could be wrong, so somebody correct me if I'm wrong about that. PC, Xbox. But with tariffs coming out, if you walk into a store and you be like, okay, this game is $80-$90, but I can go download it for $60, where you going?
Especially if I can download it on any of my devices.
Well, but let's say so
in order to pay more, this is how they got it. In order to pay more for the physical, I have to go out and purchase the console. And then
so you thinking in the future? That's good. You're right.
But if it's on Game Pass and it's on my TV already, I got a Toshiba TV and Game Pass and Steam already on it. All I gotta do is go buy a controller.
Well, but hypothetically speaking, if you have a console at home, you walk into a store, the game costs $90, $100, but you saw it $50, $60 to download, which that tends to happen a lot. But let's say the newer games are in the store more because of the tariff, but at home they're at the regular industry price. Are you completely going away from physical? Is that the time to shift 100%? Me, I wouldn't, because it happened to me twice where I was playing a game that I downloaded. Then I stopped for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I went back to try to go finish it, and it's no longer in the store.
Great, now none of us can watch TV. That's my TV! No crap, that's why I'm freaking stealing it. Call on the cops.
So that game, you paid for it and downloaded it. That had happened to me twice, where I brought a game through the digital store, downloaded digitally, then I was playing it, and then I went back to go try to finish it. You know, you have so many games you're trying to play and finish, and then you go back, but then it's no longer there. It's no longer on the store. Like, I would still rather have that physical copy, so that won't happen. But then, you know, it's just like, I think I was playing, I don't know if it was Dead Space 3. Like, I couldn't go back and finish it. And I had to wait for it to pop back up in the store.
Yeah, I think it's going to come with time and education.
Yeah, it's going to be. But I still think if you're talking about that $100 game, that first wave is going to be, you know, the game comes out at $100. Black Friday is $60. Well, right. But that's my argument. You walking into a store for the first time. Regardless, let's remove the idea that it'll get removed from the store. Let's remove that idea. You walk into a store, Halo 10 comes out, or God of War, whatever, right? I don't know what God are we on, 7, 6 now?
Whatever. 5.
I don't know. But let's say the new God of War comes out, right? Tariffs are making stuff more expensive to import. You walk into a store, it's $100. You go online, it's cheaper because they're not affected by the tariff because it's digitally downloaded. Is that the time to physically step away from buying physical games?
No, you double down.
No, you say you double down?
I would double down. The reason why I say you double down, and I think that there will be a shift soon, is because people are starting to become educated to the fact that downloading is not ownership.
Okay.